Excuse my greasy face. I decided no makeup today. But listen, we're not going back to Target. I don't care who they talk to. I don't care who they talk to. We are not going back to Target. We don't need a leader. We don't need them to tell us what we should do. We're not going back to Target because during the time when all that happened with George Floyd, Target jumped on a bandwagon and they said that they cared about what happened to black people, right? They were down with diversity, equity, and inclusion. Y'all got to understand what DEI stands for. That stands for diversity, equity, and inclusion. They don't want that. They was just playing. Soon as they could get off, they jumped off, and we're not going back.
Hi, beautiful people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping by and supporting your girl on this channel. You guys are amazing. So, guys, all credits goes to the creators in these videos. So, in today's video,
Now, I 100% agree that we can't boycott everywhere, and the idea that we should boycott everywhere leads to a lot of burnout, which I think is what a lot of people are experiencing. But this should encourage you to be a smarter, better consumer. Never mind the fact that I can't stress enough that y'all don't need Starbucks. And Starbucks should be a pretty easy thing to boycott in relation to how many better coffee shops there are out there in the world. Places like Target, Amazon, and Walmart are all under boycotts right now. But a girl needs toilet paper. So what do? You try to become a more ethical, conscientious consumer. I used to, when my baby was brand new, go to Target and just wander about, picking things up and buying them because I thought they were cute or because I just needed to get out of the house. Under the present Target boycotts, I don't do that anymore. I don't go to Target for funsies. I go do something else. It's much better for my wallet, much better for my mental health, and it sticks to the boycott when I can do so. However, I had some personal things happen in my life, like I moved recently, and so I needed to go and buy things. I needed toilet paper, I needed tissue, I needed all sorts of stuff. So I bought things secondhand when I could. I found things that I used to have in my old apartment to kind of fill up the space, but when I needed something, I bought something. But I didn't buy anything else. Yes, I think that there is, to an extent, an over-policing of people's capacity to boycott and be active political citizens. But I also think that people spend too much time policing themselves and it makes them inactive. Nobody's asking you to be perfect, and if they are, tell them to shove it. But we are asking you to try your best. But just giving up because you feel burnt out and going back to Starbucks or going back and making Target hauls or whatever else is silly and against our goals at the end of the day. No one's going to get it right 10 times out of 10. But you do need to try. At least a little.
Y'all have messed up so bad that y'all have managed to turn this boycott into a breakup. The fact that I have not walked in a Target since this boycott began is something that makes me so proud of myself and also makes me realize that I never need to go back. There is nothing at Target that I haven't figured out some way to survive without. What a lot of black people aren't understanding is why we have this heat for Target that we don't seem to have for other businesses. What about Amazon? What about Walmart? First of all, we can walk and chew gum at the same time. Target played in our faces. We knew Amazon wasn't shit. We knew Walmart wasn't shit. But Target, we were rooting for you. After George Floyd, you pledged all this money, you rolled out all of these programs, you partnered with all of these black brands, you carried all of this merchandise. We were really proud to shop at Target. And for you to throw us out the window at the first stop up the road just means that it was all fake. And now that we know that you are who we thought you were, we have to now act accordingly. So,
as someone who's been working very hard to boycott Target, you can imagine my surprise when I saw this on my credit card statement. That's right, 4 purchases on the same day from Target. So obviously, my first thought was that my credit card had been stolen. So I dove a little deeper. Let's see where this was. Oh, it was in Minneapolis at Nicollet Mall. They do have a store on Nicollet Mall. But then I saw this. Target Field concessions. These are not purchases from Target at all. They are beer and pizza that I got while I was at the Twins game. Look, I know it's called Target Field, but really, this does not seem accurate. I gotta tell you, I am so committed to the bit of boycotting Target that I was annoyed at the thought that someone stole my credit card and gave Target business. Thank goodness it was none of those things. It was simply dollar dogs and Dippin' Dots. and beer and pizza. By the way, if you're still boycotting Target, how's it going? Because it's not easy, but I feel like I've gotten into a rhythm. I did the math and I've given them like $900 less this year than I did last year, so I consider that a win.
So Target, like we all know, and it's not new, is in their FAFO season, right? Because this boycott is really working, guys. Target has taken a hit financially, their stock has dropped, and the in-store traffic has been down for 11 weeks straight, guys. If people set their minds to do something and to achieve something, and they come together with a collective effort, guys, it's going to achieve a great result. Just look at how and look at what the power of social media can do. How somebody started this let's boycott thing, and see what it has done. Because trust me, Taj is effing out. Okay, they are even facing a shareholder lawsuit over how they handle the pride backlash. Let that sink in. That's like a lawsuit from their own investors, guys. What do you think about this in the comment section? Because people are saying that this thing is divided. The civil rights leaders are saying that Target is betraying its promises to diversity. Okay? And conservatives still think that Target is too woke. What do you think in the comment section, guys? Because black people are keeping their black dollars, okay? And it's really, really working out. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Are you also boycotting Tajay, or you have started shopping at Tajay back? Okay, I know it's not easy, and I mean, I don't judge anybody. If you think you cannot longer handle it, it's fine. Do whatever makes you happy. But let me know what you think in the comment section.
There is no end in sight for the pain that Target is suffering as a result of rolling back DEI. It is now experiencing its 11th straight week of foot traffic declines in its stores. Meanwhile, Costco is experiencing its 16th week of increased foot traffic. While we hate to see this, even Walmart is up 2.7% in foot traffic over the same period. And this all comes back to Target not understanding its consumer base. When it comes to Walmart, most people know who they are as a company, and most liberals have given up shopping at Walmart decades ago. However, Target invested over $400 million in diversity, equity, and inclusion just to give up on it as soon as Donald Trump gave them any pressure. And it truly keeps getting worse for Target. Black clergy members across the United States encouraged their congregations to participate in a 40-day fast around Easter. They're now encouraging their congregations to extend that beyond the 40 days. And while the easiest solution for Target would be to admit their mistake, apologize, and bring DEI back, they've decided to meet with the Reverend Al Sharpton to talk about the issues. And this makes you wonder whether or not they understood what DEI was to begin with, because it's not just about race. Time will only tell what happens to Target, but it's not looking
Somebody
good.
want to explain to me what the Target CEO think is going to happen if he meets with Reverend Al Sharpton? Like, does he think the Negroes are just going to fall in line and be like, oh my God, Target, it's okay now. We approve of Target. Target is all right with us. No. Like, there is absolutely nothing he can do at this point that will make us just rush back to Target in droves. Like, he could somehow find a way to resurrect the likes of Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Huey P. Newton, like Fred Hampton. He could bring anybody he wanted to, right? And be like, hey, these people approve of me. So I'm good in your book now, right, guys? And no, because we know it's performative. You've already said aloud what you think of us. And as much as racists hate us, you know what they hate worse? Us holding our money, because contrary to what they like us to believe, we have a lot of economic power, as we can see what's going on with Target right now.
This is a message for Target and Target only. Okay? Are you listening? Whoever told you to do a sit down with Reverend Al Sharpton, you should fire them. Because I, like many other Americans, do not look towards Al Sharpton to be the beacon of hope. I don't look towards Al Sharpton to help me define and or curate my moral compass. I don't know who told you, but Al Sharpton is not the leader of the Black Liberation Movement. He wasn't even the person leading the conversation on DEI. Al Sharpton is not relevant and hasn't been so in more than a decade. That's not to say that Al Sharpton doesn't represent a subgroup of African Americans who believe and think the way that he does. But if you, for 1 second, you think that one meeting with Al Sharpton is going to get Black people to start flocking back to your company, because at this point, you're going to have to do a lot more than have a photo shoot with a handful of Black civil rights leaders to get us back into those stores. I've now curated my entire life to where I don't even think about anything that I could possibly need from Target. I drive past Target every day, don't have any inkling or itch to return. Why? Because you didn't understand your base. And you are willing to throw us under the bus in order to appease a subgroup of American voters who never shopped at Target anyway.
Knock, knock, knock. Seems the Black community has a visitor. They roll back DEI. We roll back our wallets. Now Target is rolling back to us, hat in hand. It's giving karma. It's giving, oh, now you care? But more importantly, it's giving news. Let's rewind. Target tried to play cute earlier this year, scaling back their diversity and inclusion efforts after rallying up the right wing. Translation, they choose MAGA over melanin, and baby, it backfired big time. Now Brian Cornell is meeting with Reverend Al Sharpton. Yes, the Reverend Al Sharpton you see here, trying to patch things up with the very Black community they thought was disposable. Oh, so now we matter? Pastor Jamal Bryant and others weren't playing either. They launched a 90-day boycott during Lent. Black dollars were pulled and Target felt it. And now let's talk numbers. They're really ugly. Target lost about $12 billion in market value after gutting DEI, and now they're facing lawsuits from shareholders. You fumbled the culture, you also fumbled the coin. Black-owned brands that once thrived in Target's DEI spotlight are now caught in corporate crossfire. Left wondering what happened to the allyship we had that you promised us. It's giving corporate panic. It's giving performative regret. It's giving a big lesson in never biting the hand that built your brand. So y'all, what do y'all think? Should we forgive or forget? Like, what do you think? How should we move this forward? I know Al Sharpton is going to give him a mouthful, but Al Sharpton doesn't speak.
So the question we should ask is that, can a store like Target survive when everyone is mad at them, right? Should they stand up and pick a side, or should they just stay out of politics altogether? Because let me ask you guys a question. Do you think the boycott is fair? Or do you think people are just overreacting? Or do you think Target is getting exactly what they deserve because they effed around and now they are finding out? Because let's just speak the truth about this. It's not just about one store or 1 month or 2 months or 3 months. It's about how these companies respond to when they are tested, right? Do they stand for something, or do they fold when the heat comes begging? Guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. I really want to hear from you. If you have found value in this video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Please stay safe. Ciao.